What's up friends, Chook here and welcome back to XCOM 2 War of the Chosen. Alright, so we are going into our first proper mission. As we went over last time, we can't actually edit any of this stuff or rename or do anything, so we're going in. So these Cammy here, Skelly and Raziel, they are all rookies. So all they have is just their gun, they have no abilities or anything. But we did get Kelly turned into a squaddie, into a ranger, so she will have her shotgun and her sword, so she'll be able to do some slashing stuff with that sword. Either way, let's launch the mission and get it done, and then hopefully we can, you know, edit the soldiers and stuff.
Communications with resistance forces in the area have gone dark, which can only mean one thing. These people sacrificed everything to give us this shot. We need to recover that converter at all costs.
Okay, so recover advent power converter, neutralize all enemy targets, recover advent power converter. Press any key to launch. You would not want to miss that rope. He's face plant.
Commander, getting a fix on the device, but it looks like it may have been damaged during the fight.
Oh no.
Energy readings are going crazy. I'm guessing we don't have much time before it explodes. Shen's working on a way to stabilize that thing, provided we can get close enough to access its core. Stay in the shadows until we can get a better read on the situation.
Rocky dokie. Okay, so some missions, there's all different types of missions in this game, but some of them will have a turn limit. So we have 8 turns, basically, to get to this thing. So, let's get started. As I said, we have 3 rookies and 1 ranger. So, the 3 rookies will just have, you know, general just shoot abilities, and that's about it. So we want to, while we're in concealment, we can move around with a little more freedom that we're not going to be seen and attacked. So we can, and because it's a time until this is destroyed, a timed base mission, we should probably like get a little bit of a hustle on. So we can actually use our first turn to go to yellow to run. Because they can't see us yet, it gives us a chance to scout ahead. So I'm just going to run Raz up here. And then get the height advantage and maybe be able to see further into the fog of war, which he's done.
The Advent officers seem more capable than the grunts. We're not sure whether to chalk it up to training or stricter mind control. Commander, we have a chance to do some serious damage here. Before jumping into combat, let's make sure we make the most of our advantage.
Alright, ambush. Before breaking concealment with an offensive action, consider putting squad mates in Overwatch to set up for deadly ambush. So, what the general thing that I like to do, and I'm sure most people like to do, is to get all your squads set up in really good positions and Overwatch them all, apart from one, and then you initiate with one person. So that person will get a shot off at an enemy, hopefully hit them, obviously. And then the enemy team, well, like the enemy soldiers will be like, fuck, panic, and run into cover. And then all of your squad gets Overwatch shots, and that's how like you like break out of concealment in your opening move. It's pretty effective, so that's what we'll try and do. So Raz has had his turn. He's used his double movement to get into yellow to get up there. So we basically just want all the rest of our dudes to get as far up into here as we can without being seen. So we're going to put this person, Jane Kelly, into the furthest point up we can into cover, which is here.
Time to motor.
And for some reason, soldiers in this game just love going over stuff. If there's a vertical option, they'll take it every single time. It doesn't make any sense, but that's what they do. We can't quite get into there, which is annoying. But we are in concealment, so it's fine. We'll just go there. But yeah, if there's like a rock or something... See? He could have just gone around there, but no. He chooses to go up and then down. They love, absolutely love climbing over shit. It makes no sense. Normally I would go into full cover, but again we're in concealment and they don't know we're there, so we can move 1 tile to the left, meaning it's 1 less tile we have to move next turn. So we don't know where they've gone. They've gone into the shadows, but that's fine. We can move Raz. Now we want to probably get into positions where we can overwatch, right? Because if they come back this way and they see us, then we can get a shot off. So this is full cover. This is full cover. I might go here with him. Oh, maybe not. Where can these guys go? Can you get into anywhere? Okay, let's put you there.
That's affirmative.
And we'll overwatch with you.
On Overwatch.
Done. Let's put Jane Kelly up to... We don't want to go there because we'll start burning. You can see the little fire icon. Obviously, standing in fire is not the best. If we go here and these guys come up this way, there's a truck in the way. So this is a good cover for shooting guys this way. But considering we know there's people over here, going there isn't really ideal. So we might just put her in here.
I'm on the move.
And Overwatch.
Scanning.
Camille can come up to here.
That's affirmative. On Overwatch.
And then Raz can come down to here.
I'm on the move. Overwatch.
Okay, so they are moving. So, you know, normally Overwatch would proc on them. But because we're in concealment, we don't want to give our hand away effectively. So if we move the furthest person up as far as we can. So maybe put them in here.
Good copy. Moving on target.
And have an Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Overwatch is your best friend. It's so good. Jane Kelly cannot really get anywhere super good. We'll move her to here. Actually, that's pretty
Heading
good.
there now.
And Overwatch.
Roger. I've got my eyes on.
You can go to... We don't know if there's dudes going to be coming over here, so I might put him on this side of this rock.
Moving on target location. Got it covered.
And then Raz can go... We want to initiate on these dudes. So I could just shoot them now, 66%, right, from here. I could move up to here. In fact, I'll do that. I'll move up to here.
That's affirmative.
Right, and then if I initiate on them now, I'll get a free shot for 70% or 69%. I'll do 70% because 3 damage might kill him. And then this guy will run and get all 3 of these dudes will have Overwatch shots at him. So let's do that. Let's go attack and choose 70% and hope for the best. Nice.
Taken care of. Cover's blown.
Okay, so Raz killed someone. He got a promotion. Overwatch shot number 1, 3 damage. Overwatch number 2 is a miss, and Overwatch number 3 is a miss. So, like I said, you miss a lot. We didn't have percentages on those Overwatches, but... Okay. So, we got kind of fucked there. We got flanked. So, putting her there wasn't the best. I should have put her here, but it's fine. She's not dead. That's the main thing. So, we've just got this guy at the moment. As we get closer, you can see there's dudes here as well. So, we need to keep an eye on where to move people.
Rangers are uniquely equipped for close quarters combat. In the right situation, it can prove highly effective.
Correct. Okay, Rangers can trigger their melee attacks by simply placing their movement cursor over an enemy and then choosing their desired attack direction. So, they can move to yellow, into yellow. Why these are red is because if you're moving into a flanked position. So this guy would be flanking you if you went there. Whereas here, it's not flanked because you've got cover in the way and you're on the other side of him. Anyway, the melee, the slash, you can use into yellow. So you can run up to here, up next to him, and slash him. So they have the ability to attack after they've done a double movement, which is pretty cool. So if I move her to, if I go slash, for instance, and then I get to pick one of these orange squares that I want to go to. So if I choose here, for instance, I'll be in full cover next to this tree and I'll have an 88% chance to slash him. So let's do that. And he's down.
Target disabled. Got eyes on the objective.
So these guys will
We
probably
should be
become
able to
active
hack
now.
into that thing's safety protocols and stabilize it. Shen is uploading the fix right now.
Advent forces on the ground.
So because we got in range,
These
they've
guys
seen
make
us.
up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with. They're disciplined and well equipped, but their obedience makes them predictable.
All right, nice. So we have the 3 rookies to go. So we can get Cammy into cover here, half cover. So let's do that.
I'm on the move.
And then she can get a shot off, 47% at that guy, or 26. So it's not the best. We'll wait for her second turn because we'll see what else we can do. We can get, who is this? Skelly, who I need to rename. But I can get him into cover here, full cover here, which is pretty good. So let's do that.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
And he has a 52 or a 32. And then we have Raz. Raz isn't going to really be able to get a good shot on anyone. But that's probably the best place for him. Double cover. So let's put him in there.
Moving to designated coordinates.
Now, not only do we have the ability... Oh, 51's not bad. Not only do we have the ability to shoot, but we also... everyone is equipped with a grenade. So I could throw a grenade this distance. A grenade will do 3 to 4 damage, as you see, and it shreds armor. So if I threw a grenade... Come on, camera. There. It's going to kill that guy outright because he's only got 3 health. And it's going to destroy the cover that's next to him. So I could definitely do that, but I might want to keep that cover for myself. So I think what we might do is... Jane Kelly's not in a good spot, as it turns out, because this dude has come over. So we probably want to get rid of this guy, ultimately. Because he's got a decent shot at her, whereas this guy's got to shoot through a tree. So if we can get like the camera angle, you can see that he's got a much better shot on her. And he's got more health, so he's in full cover though, which sucks. So we could use 2 grenades just to kill this guy, or we could use 1 grenade and get rid of his cover, get rid of that rock, which will give someone else a better chance of shooting him. So I'm wondering 32%, 26%. Okay, so Skelly's got the best actual percentage shot, so we might use Raz to throw a grenade, hit him, and destroy his cover. I want to keep that tree alive if I can. There we go. Perfect.
Bombs away!
So there's all these little decisions that you have to make. Okay, he's now flanked, which is great. So we have a 66% chance with Cammy, and we have... Skelly can't shoot him anymore. What? How do you go from being able to shoot him to not being able to shoot him? That doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, well, we'll try for 66%, right? And if we miss this, then we can use the grenade to finish him off. So let's try for 66 and hope for the best. And we missed. Of course we did.
Target still up.
Okay, and then for whatever reason, we've lost the sights on him. So we can throw another grenade and get rid of him.
Catch!
Just to make sure that Jane Kelly doesn't have that easy shot against her. He's retreating. And now we can move up. So let's move Raz to here.
Heading to that location.
Okay, we haven't seen any more units yet, so let's have an overwatch.
Come get some.
Jane Kelly, we probably want her to stay back a bit because she's injured. We don't have a med kit or anything at the moment. The only problem with her staying back is that she has a shotgun, right? And a sword. So you kind of want her up in the thick of things. So we can put her here into full cover. So let's do that.
Position confirmed.
Full cover is good, obviously. And Overwatch.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Cammy can come up to here and Overwatch.
Moving. Affirmative. Covering now.
And then you can come up to full cover here
Heading to that location.
and Overwatch.
On it. Commander, we're running out of time here. If we don't stabilize the converter soon, I don't think anybody's going home today.
Shut your face. We're doing it. Alright, so Skelly can get in here and hack this with one turn. So let's do that.
Rolling.
And hack. And hack.
It's worth a look.
Okay, 100% chance and then 5% or 1%. So this soldier's hacking stat permanently increases by 20. That's not bad. Begin. No chance. Okay, well we did it.
We're good to go. We got the gear. Well done. Readings are returning to normal. Well, mostly normal. Firebrand is en route, but I wouldn't take any chances. Eliminate all remaining hostiles in the area before evac.
Okay, so that was his whole turn. So he's in cover from this way, but he's not in cover from this way. We know that the other dude retreated over this area, but we don't really know where he is. And then we saw some like lines here, some like sound lines that were like that shaped. So that means that there's enemies coming from this way. So we want to move up and Overwatch and all that good stuff. Getting a height advantage is always good. So we can go up here.
How did that now?
And still no vision on them, but
Overwatch.
Overwatch, of course. We'll keep her down
Moving to
here.
designated position.
And what the hell are you doing? Overwatch?
On Overwatch.
Okay, Cammy, you, considering there's no enemies at the moment, let's get you into a good position for next round. So let's move you up here.
On the move. Possible hostile contact.
So there's the sight line, sound lines again. And here we go. New enemy type.
It's still moving! Although they bear some resemblance to the sectoids first encountered during the invasion, their genetic structure now includes human DNA. They are stronger than ever, with an even greater psionic.
Nice. Good job, Jane Kelly. And we didn't get an Overwatch with Cammy, did we? No, because we moved her up.
Coming in from the side!
Okay. So these guys, oops, wrong button. These guys are sectoids. They have a bit more health than just normal dudes, and they also have psionic abilities. So they can make you panicked, where you can't control your character, and your character just runs around panicked, going bah, and just does what they want. Sometimes they attack, sometimes they just run away. Basically, you just can't control them anymore. And they can also mind control you, and that's really deadly because then all of a sudden, like say they mind control Cammy can just turn around and absolutely destroy this guy. And they can also reanimate dead corpses into zombies. So they're decently annoying, let's say. So if we had a grenade, which we do, we could definitely kill him and take out this tree. And that would be our last grenade, I think. No, Jane Kelly's got one as well. So that's probably not a bad call, actually. Can Jane Kelly throw a grenade from here? She can hit the tree, but not the sectoid. Okay, so if we move her up to here...
Orders confirmed. On the move.
She can definitely now throw a grenade. You get every consumable like grenades and med kits and all that sort of stuff. At the end of the mission, they just replenish. So you don't have to worry about buying more and restocking and all the rest of it. It just automatically does it. So let's get rid of this dude because we don't want him to mind control anyone or panic anyone or anything. He's the most deadly unit out there. So get rid of him, which was good. Then we've got this dude here, and then I thought I saw another health bar back here, but we'll deal with these two for now. They both only have 3 health, so one actual shot on them will do the job. We can move Skelly / Mixio, which I've got to rename, as I've mentioned a few times now, up to full cover.
Affirmative. Moving out.
And he can get the cameraman. It's so annoying when that happens. I keep leaving my mouse over on the right hand side of the screen, and it just, yeah. Anyway, he can get a flanking shot on this dude, which is great. 70%. Come on, man, you got this. Don't miss.
Nailed him.
Good shit. Nailed him. Okay, and then we have Raz. Oh, XCOM gained 1 ability point from a flanking shot. I don't know what that means, but awesome. Then we have Raz and Cammy. So if we move Cammy up to full cover,
Heading there now.
there are 2 dudes. So this dude's flanked because we're on the side of him. This dude is not. So we may as well go for the flank. 66 or 36. 66 is obviously the way to go. Critical.
Target
Nice.
disabled.
Destroyed. And she got promoted, which is great. And then we have, pardon me, we have Raz left. And he has a 46% chance to kill this dude. However, if we move him up to a better position, he's going to have a better percentage. But keeping the height advantage is probably ideal. So this is a really good spot right here.
Heading there now.
So we went from 46, I think it was, to 50. Okay, that wasn't that much of an improvement actually, but let's see how we go. Missed. Even though it looked like it went straight through him. So he's going to get a shot on someone. Hopefully it's not Jane Kelly.
On ammo.
He's having a shot and hitting the guy in cover on a height advantage, which is ballsy. Very ballsy. But he pulled it off actually. So I'm pretty sure everyone else has got a promotion. I don't know whether Jane Kelly has actually. We can slash this guy. Let's do that. Let's slash a bitch. Oh, you missed an 88% chance to cut a bitch.
Get it together.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Alright, well we can go like... That's... Going there is actually we're getting flanked because we're right next to each other. But you can't get much better odds than shooting him from there. We can go here. No, that's a yellow move and it puts us in through burning. So let's not do that. We can just go in here.
Roger that.
Roger that. And 64%. That's crap. We do have a grenade. I'm going to keep her for last because we can kill this guy 100% with a grenade. We just need to make sure that we don't like hit ourselves. So that would definitely kill him. But if we can get someone to shoot him, it's probably better. Raz has a 66% chance from up here, so let's try that. And there we go.
Kill confirmed. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
There was loot up here I didn't notice, but that's fine. So, everything went well, 7 out of 7. Soldiers wounded 2. Rating, excellent. Take a mission photo, that's new. What? Take photo. That's hilarious. Love it. Continue. So, that's a successful mission. It is, you know, the first, like, mission.
Today's maneuver by local peacekeepers
This is pretty
was a
easy.
planned exercise. Citizens should not be alarmed. All weapon fire and wounds were simulated to better train Advent forces.
And then we get, like, stats. So, those stats there. Dealt most damage, most attacks, most under fire, moved furthest, all that sort of stuff. Then you would come back to base, and you find out how long each soldier that got injured is out of action for, because they got to recover and heal.
Earned well-deserved promotions, Commander. I'm guessing Shen will probably want to have a word with you too.
Okay, so gravely wounded, she's out for 13 days. Raz was gravely wounded as well, out for 6 days. So not too, like 6 days is not too bad. 13 is not the best. And then Cammy and Mixio here didn't get injured at all, so they're good to go next mission as well. And all 3 of them got promoted. So let's promote and see what they turn into.
Most advanced equipment. Specialists deploy robotic drones on the battlefield that can be outfitted for combat or field medic duty.
Okay, so specialist is cool. I like the specialist a lot. I don't know, I really like snipers, but I also really like the specialist. So here we go. Aid protocol. Command your gremlin to move to a friendly target. It grants that target a bonus to defense until the start of the next player turn. So that's what they're like, just no matter what talent tree you go down, just as a specialist, you get that. Just like the ranger, no matter what talent tree you go down, you get to cut a bitch. So what these guys do, depending on what side of the talent tree you go down, is kind of what they mentioned there. You can either use your gremlin drone dude to either go out and attack the enemy, particularly effective against mechanical enemies like mechs and turrets and stuff. I won't say much more because I don't want to spoil anything, but really good against mechanical enemies. Or you can go down the healing path and give your units buffs. You can go and your gremlin can take a med kit, and so you can heal a soldier that's not next to you. You can heal them like quite a distance away. You can use them to stabilize targets that are bleeding out, all that sort of thing. And you don't have to pick one of the talent trees. So say battle medic or combat hacker, right? It's not like, oh, which one do I want to be? I want to be a battle medic, and then you have to go down this. You get to pick one of these two for each tier. So say you wanted to be you wanted this unlock here, you could do that. And then the next one, say you wanted this one, you could do that. The next one, say you wanted this one, you can do that. You don't have to pick one or the other. You only have to choose one of the two per tier. So you don't have to go all the way down one talent tree, which is cool. So Cammy became a specialist. Let's see what Nixio becomes. He's a sniper, but we're going to change.
Sharpshooters engage enemy targets with pinpoint accuracy from extreme range. They're also trained in pistol marksmanship for the occasional close encounter.
Okay, so he was one of our heavies in last game, and we're going to make him a heavy again because his nickname was Tunkman because he used to tunk grenades in there. The heavies have grenade launchers, and I'm assuming that's what Raz is going to turn into, but we'll see. Sharpshooter, squad sight. This is fucking amazing, man. This is so good. You can target enemies within squad mate's sight, provided there is line of sight to the target. So what that means is you don't have to have them in your sights, as long as you're one of your teammates, one of your squad mates can see them, and there's no like barrier between you and them in line of sight. You can shoot them from the other side of the map effectively. So if you get really on a height advantage and there's not many like buildings or anything, and there's something that's so the movement is blue, and then the second movement is into yellow. So taking that in, for example, say there was an enemy like 3 yellow movements away. Obviously you can't see that unit because it's too far away. But if you have a squaddy of yours that's next, like they can see them, and there's nothing in line of sight of you to him, you can still shoot him. So it's effectively, it just gives you stupid sight and range on your shots. It's awesome. And then you can go down the sniper tree, which obviously improves all your sniper shots, or you can go down the gunslinger tree, which gives you some like cool little things you can do with your pistol, getting free shots, getting reaction shots, all that sort of stuff. So that's what the sniper's all about. They do a lot of damage, and because they're a sniper, they're relatively safe as well. And then lastly, this will be the heavy, no doubt. There we go.
Serving as our demolitions experts, the Grenadiers provide heavy ordnance delivery whenever and wherever we need it.
And Raz was our healer, so we'll make him a healer as well. So these guys have a Grenadier. There we go. Heavy. I call it the Grenadier heavy, but same thing. Launch grenade. The Grenadier uses grenade launcher to fire grenades rather than throwing them. This allows for greater range and grenade capacity. So again, no matter what you go down, you each of these talents, whatever, you have the ability to use your grenade launcher. So they have a minigun and they have a grenade launcher. So you can go down Demolitions Expert, which is obviously to do with grenades and blowing shit up. Or you can go down the Heavy Gunner, which will augment your gun shots and stuff to give bonuses and things like that. But no matter what, you still have a grenade launcher, which will let you hold an extra grenade, so you can hold 2 instead of 1, and you can shoot them a hell of a lot further, which is cool. And that is it. So every time you come back from a mission, you'll obviously that process will go quicker because I don't have to explain it again. But you'll have a promotion to do, hopefully, if providing your units, your soldier gets promoted, or you just need to see how long they're out of action for.
These items should prove useful in our ongoing efforts against the aliens. When you have a moment, Commander, I have made some interesting discoveries as they relate to the implant we removed from you earlier.
Alright, and this is what we got. So we got the power converter, which we knew about. We got expanded magazine and a hair trigger. So this increases clip size by 2. So I think the rookies and specialists have the machine gun effectively, and I think that has 4 shots in the magazine, so you could change that to 6. Or the shotgun I think has 3 shots, so you could change it to 5, etc. And hair trigger, when firing, the soldier has 5% chance that the shot will not cost an action for the active turn. So you have a 5% chance that you can attack, and then it not cost an action, so you can attack again. So pretty cool. And then artifacts, we got the corpses of the aliens that we killed, and you can use them for science, which we'll do no doubt in a sec.
Why are you all just standing around? It's perfect. Come on, let's get it inside.
Commander, combat against the aliens day in and day out is no easy task, and eventually the stress takes its toll in various ways. We'll need to keep an eye on each soldier to manage their traits.
This is new and kind of cool. So it's kind of like Darkest Dungeon, if you've ever played that or seen that game. You can get negative traits now, which is interesting actually. That adds a completely new layer to it. So Raz has got phobophobia, chance to panic when a squad mate panics. So yeah, if the sectoid cast panic on one of your units, and they get panicked, then now Raz also has a chance to panic alongside them. The screaming! I can't take the screaming! I mean, that does sound like Raz, to be fair. So that's cool. I don't know whether we can heal it or not, or whether that's just a permanent thing, but we'll see. Negative trait acquired. Fear of panic. So if we go to engineering, because it's blinking at us.
Okay, reworked your repulsors with some of the parts I salvaged from their old engine. Should fix that stabilization problem you had. Come on, Rover. It'll work. Commander! Getting our tech to talk to theirs is harder than you'd think. Lily Shen, Chief Engineer, at your service. You were probably expecting to see my father. In all that's happened, I'm guessing Central didn't tell you yet. He's gone. Dad gave everything he had to get us this far. This entire ship is his life's work. I know he would have loved to show you around the place himself. He used to talk about you a lot. You can be sure I'm ready to finish what he started. Might not look it, but from here, I can fabricate pretty much anything you come up with. And with a little more help, well, you'd be amazed with what I can do. It was an honor to finally meet you, Commander.
So yeah, the more
Can't
engineers,
promise any miracles, Commander,
the better.
but I should be able to put some of this stuff together in no time at all. I'd suggest we get started with a med kit. It'll probably come in handy sooner rather than later.
Okay, the medkit contains a pressurized solution that, when exposed to air, acts as a sealant and insulator. If used with painkillers and antiseptics, the medkit can treat wounds and remove a variety of adverse conditions, including burns and poison.
I'm on it, Commander.
Looks like Tygan has made progress on his research. We should meet him in the lab.
Right, let's do it.
So much of my own research based upon this simple design. If only I had known. Ah, Commander, excellent timing. There's been some progress. I've managed to break down several key components of the chip implanted into your skull. My analysis reveals that its primary function was that of a conduit. passing a vast amount of data directly to your cerebral cortex. With the primary connection severed, much of that data is lost. Several fragments do remain, however. Ghosts, if you will. Observe. Tactical combat simulations. War games. The sheer volume of encounters you were processing was astounding. It is truly remarkable that you survived as long as you did. Though this may seem disconcerting, there is still some good news. This chip bears a striking resemblance to a medical implant I briefly assisted in developing at the gene therapy clinic in New Providence. My understanding was that the implants were intended for high-ranking Advent officers only, captains or above. Retrieving a chip from such an officer would be the only way to know for certain. A greater understanding of these implants would undoubtedly benefit us all, Commander.
New objective added.
Okay, complete the Advent Officer Autopsy research.
The Advent officers have clearly been modified to allow for their subordinates to receive new orders psionically. The implanted chip is the key.
Okay, so alien biotech. With little time to prepare, we were forced to conduct an extremely invasive procedure on the commander in order to remove what appeared to be an implant carefully enmeshed within the optical lobe. Although all indications were the device not designed for removal, concerns as to the commander's potential longevity and the risk of possible remote manipulation by the aliens left us with little alternative. Despite my concerns, the commander has so far felt no lasting effects from the procedure and appears to be recovering ahead of expectations. As for the chip itself, my initial findings are alarming, to say the least. The device is psionically driven by the latent energy of the subject's brain, in this case the commander. Most importantly, it appears the device functions as both a transmitter and receiver, relaying information via some form of psionic link. Even after removal, I've had to shield the device to contain the residual psionic fields surrounding the implant itself, for fear of what it might be capable of. If my current theory is correct, the commander may have played a more important role in Advent's operations than we could ever have possibly imagined. Okay, we've got a new facility, infirmary, sectoid, and then we've got research, sectoid autopsy, and Advent officer autopsy. So we can do any number of things. We can't do a sectoid autopsy because we don't have a scientist. Well, we need one more scientist. We can do an autopsy on the officer. We can learn hybrid materials, or we can do modular weapons. So what the modular weapons does is it takes 3 days to research, and effectively it ups your damage of your guns. So I'm going to do that straight away. It only takes 3 days.
I do find that area of research to be among the more intriguing options available. We'll begin work immediately. I'll send word when a complete report is available.
Good job.
Looks like Shen got that converter up and running, Commander. We're ready for you on the bridge.
Okay. I'll be there in not soon amount of time. Finally, we can go to the armory. There's a lot to go through, but considering we're almost at the end of the episode, we'll just go to the armory and view the soldiers we have. So these are all, it's just kept some of the names from my old playthrough, which we will change up. But as I said, Raz is a grenadier. He should be a specialist, and Skelly I need to rename to Mixtier, and he should be a grenadier. So I'll swap all these around, and then these guys who are all rookies I'll name after. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to name the squad, like the soldiers, after people from the old playthrough that are still around, that just for loyalty's sake. And then once they're done, then I will start naming it after you guys on YouTube that commented you wanted soldiers named after you in order of the comments that I got. So if you're not there in the next episode or something, you don't see your name, don't worry, you'll be there, and trust me, that we'll need a hell of a lot of soldiers. So don't you worry about that. Either way, we'll quickly go in here, right? And we'll take a look at. So if we take a look at Raz, for instance. We can customize him, and we can change character info, we can change his name, all the rest of it, what country he's from, yada yada yada. But we can change stuff like you know, his hair. Well, let's get rid of his helmet, for instance. Well, you can have all sorts of stuff. As you can see, have a hockey mask, or if we change that to none, We can change and take off his sunglasses as well, or show what we can do. Aviators, all sorts of different cosmetic options. There's not too much in the way of customization. Like, there's all these different haircuts and stuff. You know, so I'll make people look ridiculous on purpose, which like someone's got to be Guile, right? Where was Guile? Here he is. Right, so hair color. Like, there you go. Someone has to be Guile. Because it's amazing. But yeah, I'll change this for everybody. And then I'll also make everybody's colors separate as well. So like I'll have someone that's fully green and someone's fully blue, someone's fully red, etc. And then split colors as well. So he was blue and yellow. So that's why I made him Swedish. But yeah, so you know, I might go blue and yellow for him, but someone else might be, I might make them like red and I don't know, red and white, you know. So this is what I'll do for everybody. If you have a particular preference, you can let me know. But in all honesty, unless I remember, I probably won't change it, just because it's going to take a lot of time to customize everyone's soldiers exactly how you want them. So just, you know, bear with me, and hopefully, you know, naming the soldier after you and stuff is good enough. But if you super want to look a particular way, let me know and I'll try and do it for you. Either way, I'll do all these customizations and stuff before next episode, and when we come back, we'll have a full squad of actual people from the chicken coop, and that should be fucking rad. Either way, hopefully you're enjoying it. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.